Yo, what's happening, people? Here in the shop on a Friday after work affair, after the day job, onto some interesting work at the shop. So, I decided today I want to give you guys a quick shop update on the good old Brougham right here, Cadillac. You know, this is a very nice car, very desirable car, etc. And man, it's just been tucked away here in the corner, but unbeknownst to you guys, I have been doing some work with it still. I do have a playlist, or what I call the build thread, on the car, but it's been real dormant as I hadn't really posted much. But you know, originally this car was a running driving car, but it had the 4100 engine, and if you know, you know, that's like GM's worst engine ever. And although it was running, it had some issues. It was tired and needed to be pulled just to even be able to enjoy this car. So that's what I did. I had high hopes. I was snatching that out and gonna throw in a 6-liter LS and, you know, do my thing. But man, it just didn't come to fruition. Then I decided, okay, I'm gonna take a fast route and just drop a small block Chevy in there, 350, and be good to go. And even then, you know, the engine I got, which happens to be this engine right here, I found that the guy who I bought it off a marketplace, and guy kind of got over on me. He didn't disclose that there was a crack in the engine casting in the back where the transmission mounts. And that threw me off when I found it, and I'm like, damn, you know, I just put it to the side like I wasn't even going to use it. But after having it sitting in the corner for a while and not doing much with the car, I had second thoughts, you know. In the grand scheme of things, it's only one bolt. This is not a race car, you know. I think I can get away with it. So I opted to go ahead and roll with it. And a few days back, I can't even remember, it's over a month now, I would say, but I said, okay, I'm gonna just go ahead and use that engine. So started to drop it in, and it's in there, but obviously, you know, the transmission is not bolted up, so it's leaning to the back. And I was having a little bit of trouble getting it, the clamshell engine mounts to line up just perfectly. Obviously, because it's on a real bad angle, but I did relocate the mounts. At first, I hadn't done that, and I was trying to go with the same mounts as the 4100 because, you know, this is my first time swapping one of these Cadillacs, and you can't do that. The 4100 mount location is too far forward and just won't work out. So I went with the rear holes, and I'm going to see if I can make it work. I've seen some people have, but a lot of other people are saying worst case, just put the mounts on there, get that thing level, and drill some new holes, or just simply weld the mounts in place. So that's what I'm gonna do if I have to. But for right now, I think I can work with this a little bit more. I just haven't had time because if you're following the channel, you know most of my efforts these days has been focused on the 62 over here. That's this project. We just dropped it back on the frame, and you know, been doing a lot of body work on this. So I'm trying to continue with that. But in between time, I don't even know when it was, but there was a couple of days, at least a month ago, when I decided to just work on the 85. I can't remember. I think this is the 85, either 84 or 85 Cadillac Fleetwood Brougham Coupe. So I decided to work on it because of the reasons I said right at the beginning, right? This is a nice car, desirable car. It's a shame to just have it sitting here. And also, it's kind of in one of the worst spots in the shop, and that's because of the condition of the roof in this area. When it rains, we get a lot of moisture, and it all falls on this car, you know, and I don't want that to continue. So the objective was to just get the engine in here. It doesn't have to be perfect, but just get it running, driving, and mobile so I can move it. And honestly, this car would be better off outside under a cover than sitting right here. Well, that's too strong, but I just want to move the car, okay? I want to free up this space in the shop, too, for other things, and I don't really want a car sitting here. So that's the story. But what I'm getting at is I just want to show you guys that although I haven't been really showing you much updates, I do from time to time wrench on this car. And I think that time is going to start to come again because it's getting ready to get real cold. And I want to confirm whether or not I'm going to be able to get this engine properly mounted with the configuration I have on the frame side engine mounts right now. So my next steps is I need to get the cherry picker over here. I got to scoot this frame out the way, get the cherry picker over here and try to level that engine out, and get the transmission bolted up, get that on the cross member, and then I'll really know, And if all goes well there, then I'm just going to continue with it and start piecing things together so we can fire it up. So stay tuned. We may get some updates on this in the near future. Yeah, but again, we're in Michigan and it's October now. So in the next 2 weeks, we're going to have some drastic changes in the weather. And when it gets all cold and wet in this area, I don't know how much working I'll be doing right here. Prefer to kind of focus on the deuce right now and see what we can make happen. So that's pretty much the update. I guess this is turning into a shop update. 63 here, the blue 63. Haven't done anything with it. I don't know. I just can't call it on this car. This is a nice car too, full of potential. And when I first got it, man, it was #1 priority for me. And I started ordering parts and went ham in the trunk with the metal work. And then it just fizzled out, never finished. And it's kind of just sitting here waiting. But it's not forgotten about. So I'd like to get back on that too sometime over the winter. The red 63, we need to finish it. Got some parts on deck like I showed you guys before, and even more parts than I last showed you guys, but I don't want to get into that too much right now. The main thing is we got to focus on getting this thing, the timing dialed in. We had some trouble with the old points and condenser distributor, and we ended up pulling that out, upgrading to HEI distributor. Now it's got all the spark it needs. But in the process of swapping distributors, the timing is there, right? It's going to start, but it's not A1. So the way you get it A1 is by using a timing light and adjusting it while it's actually running. And I need to do that. I may hopefully get to that tomorrow, but this weekend is kind of a busy weekend. There's a lot of stuff going on. I'm not 100% sure if I'm even going to get to that, but that's really light work, but it's something that's been kind of languishing. Seems like for whatever reason, after I got this car painted and got it together, I kind of just walked away from it. But it's not finished. It's real close, but there's still some things that need to be done. It needs some finessing in the interior, like headliner, etc. It needs some music. Because right now, I got a factory radio, but I still need to install it. But obviously, that's not how I do it with the factory radio. I just want the factory look. But I want to, put a nice radio in there, a couple woofers in the trunk, some mid-range highs, tweeters and whatnot, and have some music going. Got a couple other things for the car that need to be done. Most of it is little stuff, but for whatever, we know for what reason. I've been focused on the 62, so it's been just sitting here. And then even the 6.7 rag right here, this car is turnkey. I could drive it right now, but it needs some maintenance. It's been sitting for extended duration, and even without that, right, it's a low rider, so you need to go over things and check things out. I need to correct a couple problems here and there and finish some things on this. So, and one of the things is I've had a front disc brake kit for it for about 5 years, and I still haven't installed it, but it really needs it. Right now it's still drum brakes all the way around, and man, the brakes leave something to be desired. So one of these days I'm gonna take a day and focus on it and swap that system over. Maybe a couple of days, because now I don't even know where all the damn parts are at. I got to dig stuff out and make sure I got everything I need to upgrade it the right way. And man, the more I talk this through, I say I got a problem, man. But yeah, still got to finish the Cadillac out here, Fleetwood Brougham. Went through a lot to get this car running and moving, stopping safely again. But it needs some work still. It needs a windshield replaced, and exhaust crossover pipe needs some repair, and a couple other things here and there. But I don't want to forget about that car either, right? Yeah, I got too many cars and too many things that I'm messing with. But it's all what happens when you love the game. And all these cars out here, I'm not doing anything with any of those anytime soon, except maybe taking a couple parts here and there. But yeah, damn, that's a lot. But hey, you're here for a reason. You like cars too, so keep rocking with me, and let's start getting these tasks knocked out one by one. I need to stay focused though. I really need to just focus on the Deuce. I got a soft spot for 62s, and I want to drive it, man. I really do. Of all the cars, I'm looking forward the most to driving the 62. As crazy as that sounds. Well, nothing comes before my 64, but that's not here. Anyway, y'all stay tuned, man. We're going to get it one day at a time. Leave a comment below and let me know which car you think I should work on first. It'd be interesting to see what you guys think. And yeah, man, hopefully we can make some progress on that Fleetwood, man. It's nothing like a Coupe Rome Fleetwood. Plenty of Coupe de Villes, but it's not a whole lot of Fleetwood Bromes. So yeah, I want to drive this one too. Anyway, we'll see what happens, guys. Shawnee C at Motor City Customs. And that's it for today. I'm out. Peace.